I need them vibes on the beach, yeah. Think that it's time to release. Bitch in the pit and I'm minding the peace. Shawty show it intent, she ain't minusing me, no. Yeah, I think that it's time.
Boom!
Ah!
You scared?
Quit it, Scott. You know I have a pacemaker.
Here, I bought you this life alert.
Thank you. I fucking need that. I'm old as shit now.
I said yesterday that I wanted a life alert.
Why?
So I was like, you having trouble getting up? I said, every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to get up.
No one ever wants to get up at 7 in the morning.
So I want a life alert.
It's fucking terrible. So you want the ambulance to come? Get me out of bed. I don't want
Yeah.
Get out of bed. I don't fucking like it. I fucking hate
Someone
it.
take me to fucking work.
I fucking hate it.
Instead of getting on an app or anything like that, just push a button. Easy peasy.
That's a good way to get out of bed, man. Thank you for that jump scare. I needed that.
Hey, man, I had to wake you up.
I know. You know why you had to wake me up?
Why?
It's Spooky Szn.
Ooh.
Quit it. Scott, stop it. You're fucking scaring me, dude.
Shit. All right,
Jesus.
let's turn this tone into a different one. Let's get live, sexual, and weird. There's a real echo. We're sitting in a stadium. There's no fans because of COVID, but we'll get them in here eventually.
Eventually.
Logistics, you know?
Yeah,
Let's start
it's all about that. But you know what time it is? It's spooky season.
Spooky season. You big Halloween fan?
Love
Is
Halloween,
it your
dog.
favorite holiday?
Nah, it's like up there. It goes like Christmas, and then Halloween, and then Kwanzaa.
Okay. So
You're not gonna ask me why Kwanzaa? Like I'm not even. You're like, all right, fuck you. All right, let's move on.
you were really looking at me whenever you said Kwanzaa, like waiting for me to ask the question. So let's go ahead. Let's get the question.
No. It's not Kwanzaa season. It's spooky season. We'll get into Kwanzaa later.
All right, yeah, we got months coming up.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Thanksgiving when that shows up.
Yeah.
Don't need to get into Christmas and Kwanzaa and all that stuff whenever it's in October. Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
We in Walmart's, baby.
I'll never forget it. Last year I went into a Walmart and there was an entire section just for Christmas stuff.
That's spooky.
And it was the beginning of October, probably
Oh yeah.
it was like the 3rd or something.
Well, I mean, Christmas is like the most profitable time for everybody, so they just throw everything they got.
I get that, man.
Like, there's that store down the highway here in the city. Was it North Pole City? They sell
Really?
like Christmas stuff almost 24/7.
I didn't know that. North Pole City, Oklahoma. What the fuck?
It's down the highway. It's like
Makes
probably
no damn
it's,
sense. It's not the North Pole. It's
It's-
fucking Oklahoma.
it's 20 minutes away from here. It's like all Christmas shit. Like you can go in right now. Like they open.
I can go to North Pole City right now.
Yeah, it's like it. Yeah, they open in July.
What
and
the fuck's Santa been up to, dude?
Everything and everyone.
Greediest man.
I
on the
once
planet.
saw him. I once saw Santa kissing my mommy.
Yeah, she's a slut.
Yeah, she's a hoeback. Anyway. God rest her soul.
See, this is what happens. This is the problem, is that we're still talking about Christmas and
Yeah,
it's
I know.
fucking spooky season.
It's spooky season. This is what Santa does. Fucking fat cuck. All right.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it's October.
Yeah.
Another podcast. What are we on? 8?
Shit, I don't even know, dude.
Dude, I'm losing count. We've done so many.
I lost count when we hit 5 viewers. I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm famous now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're so famous that we're sitting in a stadium.
Hashtag 3 viewers. Hashtag all my 3 fans.
Hashtag our 3 viewers.
Hashtag ours.
Hashtag,
You don't know it, but we're holding hands.
No, we're not.
We're holding hands.
It's COVID.
Whose hands I'm holding?
We're socially distanced, okay?
We're holding someone's hand.
Not really.
Ah!
I didn't scare you this time.
Must have been a ghost. Because it's spooky season.
Speaking of ghost,
Who are you going to call? Copyright. That's what I say.
I thought those were one of your advertisers.
We're sponsored by Ghostbusters.
Did you watch the new movie?
With the all-female?
Yeah.
No.
I don't even think I've watched the first one all the way through in like one complete go. I think
Nah.
I've watched it like in parts.
Uh-huh.
I get the gist. Okay.
I
Fluffy.
Huh?
Fluffy.
What do you mean?
A big old fluffy guy at the end.
Oh, the marshmallow Stay Puft
Fluffy.
Man? His name's the Stay Puft Man.
Little fluffy.
I don't know. To me, it was just, I think it was like a cash grab. You know, this whole, I'm not going to get into that. We're not going to get into political stuff. And this.
It's all the movie remakes and shit like that.
I'm looking forward to the new one coming out. It takes place here in Oklahoma.
Wait, that one did look good.
Yeah, with Paul Rudd and stuff.
Yeah.
It like they dropped the trailer and then like it disappeared because of the whole COVID stuff.
Dude, I was talking about Black Widow yesterday about like, when is it going to come out? But they keep Marvel keeps pushing it because they want it in movie theaters.
Yeah, which I guess it's smart because look at Mulan.
Dude, that's price. That price is just
$30
for what?
for one fucking nah, dude.
I'm gonna just wait my 6 months.
Like I'd rather just wait, and then they released it for free to stream like a month or 2 months later because they realized no one's gonna buy it. They bombed.
Like they pushed the time or the release date for everybody sooner.
No, like okay, so Mulan came out.
It comes out in December, right?
No, it came out already to buy.
I know, but for everybody.
For everybody. I think it was like November. I think it comes out like next month.
Next month. Okay.
Next month, I believe so. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
Well, it's like
Don't
if
look
we
it up.
only we had the resources with the technology to find out that information within
We don't.
our fingertips.
It's 1985.
No, 1984.
We gotta look in the
It's
world.
spooky time.
We gotta look in the World Encyclopedia. You remember those books?
What's an encyclopedia?
Exactly.
My mom, like, we had this old entertainment center that was like, it had shelves on the bottom, and then it had like a little cutout for the TV, and then to the right, more shelves and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that bottom shelf being filled with one set of encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And they had so much dust on it, was no one ever
I was about to
touched
say,
them.
does
They
anyone
looked good.
No one ever uses them.
No.
Yeah, I know. My abuela, she bought me a whole set. Never used it. I probably like skimmed through it. I'm like, all right, boobies. Like that was it. That was.
I think the only reason why I looked in the encyclopedia was to figure out like odd things like what's the first few words in the encyclopedia or something.
Yeah,
like
I
just
got
odd
you.
shit. But no, I never cared.
Oh.
But yeah, spooky season, spooky times. We want to talk about some spooky stories.
Yeah.
Let's get in some vibes.
Yeah,
of, like,
dude.
the
Let's
Halloween.
get sus.
Especially you. You like to fucking talk about spooky
Dude,
shit.
I'm all about the spooky stuff. I'm like, I'm an e-girl or whatever fucking haunted.
You're
Scary.
sus girls with you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, totally. I'm sussing it up right now. If you guys can't see it, but I'm wearing a onesie, and it's the the Nightmare Before Christmas. Da, da,
He's actually
da,
just naked.
da, da, da. Whoa!
Look, I told him to put pants on.
When
before
the cat's out the
podcast.
bag, yeah. Well, I want to let my toesies free. Look at my toes.
Uh,
Look at my toes.
you can just not put socks on. It's fine.
No, dude, I love talking about spooky stuff because like spooky things happen to me all the time. I've had so many crazy experiences.
So you got any spooky stories for us that we haven't heard already?
Yeah.
So you tell one, and then I'm gonna tell you one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I know I've told you about this.
I talked about the Parallel Forest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I talked about
We talked about the drive.
the drive.
Going up to
Okay,
Cash
yeah,
or whatever.
okay. This is the one that got me into the whole supernatural world, like made me believe into it. So
He's a believer.
I'm a huge believer. I love Justin. I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan. Bugatti Biebs.
Also, really quick while we're rambling,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
To our fans out there who had something to say about our last podcast. Can you hear me now?
How's the audio on this one, Mario? He's gonna freak. He's like, yeah.
Shout out,
Shout out, Dad. Yeah.
shout out, Cloud baby.
Shout out to Raj too. I hear you, baby.
Oh no, he can go to hell.
Yeah. Well,
No, it's spooky season. I'm
It's
just playing
spooky.
pretend.
Yeah. No, okay, so the story that I have that got me jumped into the supernatural thing was I think I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Young
And
Mikey,
little
all alone.
young Mikey. And,
Parents in the other room.
young Gripper.
No one can save him.
Young Gripper. And
Young Gripper.
yeah, that was my nickname. Young Gripper. No, it wasn't.
That's perverted as fuck.
Young Gripper. This is when we were living in San Francisco, and it was like 4 of us living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, you know, the come up was real now, but
Started from the bottom. Now we you.
yeah. And so I was sleeping in, that 1 bedroom. Everyone else was in the living room partying it up or like watching TV. I can't really remember what the fuck they were doing. And I'm in my bed, and this is when I had long, thick hair, like just luscious.
Yeah, I've seen some photos.
Yeah, I had
Looking like
luscious fucking curls.
Young Fabio, not Young
Yeah,
Gripper.
dude. Young Gripper. And that just be like a little sound. Young Gripper. And
That was all edited, by the way. That
was
wasn't
all
even
edited.
live.
That was even me.
He can't even.
So I'm laying in bed, and I felt like these long, bony fingers, like going through my hair, like because my bed had bars at the head. It wasn't like a board.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
you
That
know
style
what
of
I'm
bed.
Yeah. So I would feel like bony fingers going through my hair, kind of like pulling
Sure
on
wasn't
it.
the
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Sure wasn't the bed?
Nah, dude. Nah. It was moving, and it grabbed me, like trying to pull me, and I started to pray, right? And it just let go, and I screamed. I was like, "Oh, something's here. Something's trying to touch me." And Mom's like, "No, you're just you active imagination." And she kisses me goodnight and goes back outside, close to the door, and then it happens again, and I fucking scream. And I'm like, "Mom, it's happening again. It's happening again. They're grabbing me." And since then, I've been like interested in it. Like, what the fuck got me? I'm like the Winchester's dad when the yellow-eyed demon killed her mom. He's just obsessed with getting that thing. That's how I am. I'm like, what the fuck touched me?
So that's why your name is Young Gripper, because of ghosts. It's like you grip your hair, huh?
Young Gripper.
That's his life's motto until he finds the one that gripped his mane.
So that's what happened to me, and since then I've been like just interested. Like, I've been fascinated with it. I've done, I mean, I've seen some crazy things.
See,
Done some crazy things.
I mean, I've had a couple stories where it felt weird, but nothing that close up, I guess. I remember there was, it was us three kids all like in the same room. I think it was either bedtime or close to it. We were all just in the room.
Yeah.
And no, we were staying in this room together. This was in Colorado. And
spooky state.
we're all like sitting on the bed or whatever, and we see these shadows.
Yeah?
Yeah. Can you talk like that throughout the rest of the podcast, please?
Sure, Scott. Got it.
My number
Scott's
one
a
e-girl
bad
fan.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically all that happened. It just spooked us because we saw shadows walking by. We knew where our parents were. They were in their bedrooms.
Yeah.
They were going to night. We were supposed to be going to sleep, I guess, at this point. But our light was on. So, yeah, we saw shadows passing. But before that had happened, my brother, I think he was actually in his own room, and me and my younger sister were staying in there. And he came in there. He was, like, freaking out. And, yeah, that's when we saw the shadows and shit like that. But that's as close as I've really gotten to, like, dealing with any shit.
I got some toppers for you.
Yeah, I know. But I think you're just on LSD 24/7.
Probably, dude. Like, I one time, like, okay, so back in the day, back in high school.
Back in 1952,
Hey, my day, we voted. No,
we only saw a car once a day if we were lucky.
that's still some towns in Oklahoma. Like, it's
Fucking North Pole City. What the fuck?
back on it. Back in like high school, we used to go backroading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people who don't know what backroading is, you get a friend with a dually or a big ass truck, and we just pile it in with alcohol, friends, females, whatever,
Yeah.
and we just go like hit the back roads. We're like just dirt roads.
I mean, you just go listen to a country song from Oklahoma Singer, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
Hurting on the back, can't sing the song because it's copyrighted stuff and I don't want to get taken down.
That's actually really good.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. We're just driving around and we get lost. Like, we're deep in like some backwooded area. I can't remember where it was. Like, we ended up in Elgin. Like, we're in Lawton, but we hit so many back roads and turns and shit. We were in Elgin. Like, I don't know how the fuck that happened. And so we're driving around. We're trying to find our way back, and we see this big abandoned looking church or building. I don't know what it was, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It looked like it was burnt down or some shit. It was run down really bad. And I promise you, there was like at least 50 to 60 people outside. This is like 3, 4 in the morning. And just hanging outside, all dressed in black. Like, we couldn't, like, they could have been wearing, I don't know what the fuck they were wearing, but we couldn't see them. We just saw silhouettes of people. And then when we were driving by, you can tell that they're just all turning at the same time looking at us. And we're like, nope! Gassed it, and we got the hell out of there.
It's probably your long lost family, dude.
Probably, dude. I don't know, but it scared the living hell out of me. Yeah, but to this day, I haven't seen it. I tried
to your family, dude.
No, fuck that. I'm not going back to that fucking sinister cult looking deal. Hell no, dude. Not for me. Excuse me. So.
Do you think there could be like a cult, like in Lawton?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I met some satanic people in Lawton.
Yeah.
I slept with one. It was crazy.
Remember you telling me about that one?
Yeah, that was weird, dude. Like this girl was really like she was really nice, right? Really pretty, really nice chick. She was a white girl. Obviously, I've never seen anyone else who fucking worship the devil. It's usually white people.
Wow.
No racial.
No comment.
No racial. I mean, let's just be honest about it. And so, like, we hooked up, and afterwards, she was like, "So, do you know any like witches or people who worship the devil?" I was like, "That's a weird question to ask post coitus," but no, I don't. Why? She's like, "Well, you just slept with one." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she goes in her closet and shows me her like little fucking demon books and shit. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here." So I got round 2 and then I left. I was like, "Get out!" Like, I'm out of here.
I had to go back in for seconds before I think this forever.
Yeah, dog. And I left my Nintendo Switch there. And it's like gone.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this is like
You're
over.
always leaving shit
I
behind.
know. I always.
You left your microphone here last time you were here.
I just have a habit of leaving shit around. I guess. I
left
don't know.
your family at that church.
I'm like
fucked.
I'm like a little like goblin. I'm just like leaving tokens and treasures everywhere.
Hansel over here.
And that's how I am. Yeah. So that was my weird experience with that side, and then I have some other things that when I was living in Washington, that was spooky.
I will tell you this. Like, I know it probably sounds like I don't. It's not like it sounds like I'm kind of a naysayer. Like I don't believe in them. I like am open to the possibility because
Yeah.
where my parents stay at.
Yeah.
My mom and my stepfather, they live in Walters and they live in this house, and they say it's definitely haunted by a girl.
That's weird that you bring that up because I fucked around on a Ouija board once, and I was asking it questions that no one knew, right? And it was answering them. I was like, this is fucking scary. Like I was asking like straight up questions, like I'm not gonna say it, but like they were answering.
Do I jerk off with the left hand?
They're like, all the time, and then you do the jellyfish on top of it. and it was answering all the questions. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. And I always had a feeling something's been, like, following me. And I asked it. I was like, well, what's following me? Is there something following me? And they said, yes. I'm like, well, what is it? And it was telling me it was a little boy and a little girl. And it makes so much fucking sense. Because at my parents' old house, when we first moved here to Oklahoma, my parents got this house. Sus as fuck. Like, all my friends who came over, all my Williams friends that came over, spent the night, whatever, they'll tell you their stories as well. Like, it was creepy as hell in that house. I hated being alone because a lot of things happened there. Like, once I'd wake, like, not once, but like a couple times, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd look and my door would be open and I can see like a silhouette of a little girl. But I got so used to it, I'm like, man, fucking going back to sleep. Like at first, I'm like, oh shit. But then I'm like, whatever, And my brother, he saw a bride and a groom, like from like they're decaying. Like they're like, you ever seen Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
When they're all dressed up and they're decaying. He said it looked like them, and what they did was tilt their head and went like shh, and then like they glided into my room. Yeah, he told me that when we moved out. I'm like, oh, thanks for fucking letting me know, dude. And there's like two other things that happened. I was going ready for football practice at Crosby Park. I played football at Crosby Park. And I was waiting for my mom to come get me. I think it was like 5th or 6th grade. And she left with my brother. And I'm watching The Scorpion King on VHS. This is how old this story is. On VHS. All right? This is like 2001, 2002, so, you know.
So like right when CD player, or...
Like, DVDs were just coming out. Yeah. And they were like $500 fucking to get them. Now you can buy one for like $30. Like, but yeah, like, if you had a DVD player, you're a fucking hot shot. Like, oh, yeah. Like, god damn, he has a DVD player? Damn! So, I'm watching it. I'm watching Scorpion King in the back room. Just living, like, I have my pads on and everything ready to go to practice. And the TV shuts off by itself. right? Shuts off by itself, and I hear a fucking demonic, diabolical laugh. Like it goes, pew, turns off, like that. I was like,
What the fuck?
no! And I sat there on the couch, not moving till my mom showed up.
That's fucking spooky, dude.
And another time in the house, my brother and I were by ourselves because my parents went to the military ball. My dad was in the army, and so they went to the military ball. So it was my brother and I just chilling at the house by ourselves, and we heard something like rustling outside. We're like, "What the fuck?" And then we look back, and there's like a weird looking figure at our door. Like the door has like a glass pane in the middle, so you can kind of see what's going on. And
But it's like one of those weird cuts where you can't see.
yeah, you
perfectly
can't
through it.
see, yeah, like you can see through it, but it's like it's not like perfect.
Yeah.
And we're looking, and we both look back, and it looked like a fucking homeless man, but it was like a silhouette of like a fucking wild haired homeless man looking deal. It was crazy as fuck. Scared the shit out of us.
What
it was
the
like
fuck?
it was leaning up like this, like sideways kind of deal. And as soon as it saw us, it disappeared. And I fucking ran out there looking for it. Nothing. No one's there. Like it was absolutely gone. I'm getting goose pimples. Just fucking remember it. I called my dad. I was like, "Yo, there's someone outside the house, and I don't know what the fuck's happening. They just disappeared, but they're looking in the windows." And he was like, "All right, go in the closet, grab my gun." I was like, "Okay." and like nothing happened after that. Like that was the first and last time I saw that figure.
I'm extremely uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of us, dog. And there's another. I mean, I'm telling you, I have so many fucking ghost stories, dude. That
Jeez Louise.
I like. It's crazy. Like it's really like I lived in this quote unquote trap house for a little bit. After graduation, I got in some rough times. You know, it happens.
Trap house.
And this trap house was like we're basically like squatters there. It was my friend's grandma's house, but she didn't know we were living there. Like she had her own house, right? And this house was like up for rent or some shit. Like it was just abandoned, kind of basically, but with shit still inside. There's like beds and bookshelves, TVs, and all that. And we're in there, and it gave like a really sus vibe. Like every time at midnight, on the dot midnight, you would hear something in the oven like trying to get out, and it would open, nothing in there, close it, and then you hear like
What the fuck?
like it was the weirdest thing. And we would see like shadows, like people running in the backyard when we're the only ones there, like during the day. Like it was the weirdest thing. And so since we're squatters there, we didn't have electricity and water, so we had to steal it kind of. And the city found out, and they put the lock on everything, you know, like that you can't break into it. And so we're like, fuck, what are we doing now? And so we started using candles, right? We started like just use candles for the house. And this night like made us fucking leave. Like I haven't went back to that place since. We're all just chilling, making fun of like the haunted house. Like there ain't no fucking ghost. Like there's an ashtray, a thick old school ashtray, like a thick one, in the middle of us, because we're all just smoking cigarettes, whatever, you know. Drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, and we're all just clowning about it. We're sitting in candlelight too, so it doesn't even make it better. And we're like, ain't no fucking ghost here. If there's a ghost here, it's a pussy, because it hasn't done shit. And like we're just doing like all types of weird stuff, and then boom, the fucking glass shatters.
What the fuck?
Hand to God, dude. The glass fucking shatters. We're like, what the fuck? And the front door fucking slams wide open. And we run the fuck out, and the door just slams closed. Dude, look at me. I'm getting goosebumps. Just fucking, like, it's, oh, yeah. So fucking scary, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I got more when I was living in Washington. That was a fucking Scooby-Doo house for you. Oh, my God. That was a Scooby-Doo
Dude,
house.
I can see your fucking goosebumps. Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah, dude. It scared the living hell out of us, dog. Like, it was so scary there, living there. And everyone, at this time, I didn't have a job. Like, I was like 17 years old. I didn't have a job yet. I should have, but I didn't get one yet. And everyone else had a job. So I had to stay at that house by myself with no power, no water. I'm just chilling there, like, just trying to occupy my time. Like, I would hear things, see things. I'd be afraid to take a nap, man, because every time I'd lay down, I'd hear something going, like, rustling inside the house. Like, it was the wildest shit, dude.
No.
I got more stuff. I got more things. I'm telling you, dude. I'm fucking. Something was like every time I go somewhere, I can feel it.
Dude, I just get creeped out whenever I'm over, stay at my parents' place, just knowing that. I haven't seen the ghost because they say anytime you walk down the hallway, you can see her. But I try not to go down the fucking hallway.
Fuck that noise.
Like, there's a bathroom that's like right at the beginning of the hallway that you can, go to. But I get sketched out just using the restroom. But I've never seen her. That would scare the ever living shit out of me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking buy yourself a life alert now.
Yeah, dude.
Get the second one free if you buy right now.
So the house in Washington was so sus. It was fucking scary as hell. I call it Scooby-Doo house because it looks like a haunted mansion that Scooby-Doo would fucking go in to go. Let's go investigate a fucking murder mystery in that house, Scoob. Well, okay. like it was just like that. And so we get up there, and the only reason why we get this house is because the guy we're going up there with, his grandfather passed away on it, just died. He died in the house, like he cracked it. Well, he didn't die in the house. He cracked his neck on the property. He slipped, broke his neck, and he died in the hospital like the next day or some shit like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was bad. And so since we got up there, they're like, well, you guys can, have the house for now. Just clean it up, and it's like, you guys can have it. We're like, oh, all right. It's pretty, like, a sweet deal. So we get to the house. It's in the middle of a cherry orchard. Like, orchards. There's apple orchards, cherry orchards everywhere. But it's in the middle of it. So you got to, like, drive through all that. And it's this is during the summer, so everything's kind of, like leaves are still everywhere. It's still kind of creepy. Like, it's in the middle of the fucking orchard, And the house, it was built in, like, 1904. It's an old, rickety house. So we get inside. Cobwebs everywhere. Like, just dust everywhere. The food, like, all the food's been expired. Even the canned food's been expired for, like, 10 years.
Wait, and he just died there?
He just died there. I was like, are you sure? Like, I'm creeped out because I'm like, your grandpa was living here with expired food from, like, 2007.
Yeah.
And this was back in, like, 2014.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I was like, this is pretty weird. I don't like this at all. But, so there's one bathroom in the whole entire house. It's downstairs. It's downstairs, like, in the kitchen. And there's 3 of us. So there's 2 rooms downstairs. One's next to the bathroom in the kitchen area, and the other one's by the stairs. And I had to go sleep upstairs where the other room was at. It was basically the fucking attic, and I didn't like it. So I go up there. The stairs are really, like, narrow and creaky as fuck. You can, every step you take, no matter how slowly or softly you want to take the step, you're going fucking spooked. I'm like, this is not good. And I go inside, and I guess the girl who's living in that room loved clowns, because clowns everywhere. I don't know if y'all know, I fucking hate clowns.
Yeah.
I don't like them at all. They scare the shit out of me. So I go in this.
So what'd you do with the clowns?
I threw them in the fucking closet, and I put the dresser up on the closet. Like, nah, dude, I'm good. And so I get in there, clowns everywhere. I fucking got rid of them, put them in the closet, put the dresser up on the door, and there's a giant fucking window, right? And I look out the window, and it's a great view, but at night, scariest thing ever, because like you see all these orchards, and you feel like someone is like watching you. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I feel like if I look in the reflection of the window, I'm going to see someone behind me or see someone down there looking back at me. It was the weirdest feeling. So, but before we actually like moved in, we stayed the night to like clean up, and we're staying there, and we're just all like laying on the floor, just excited. We're like, yeah, we got a house. It's gonna be great, and that's when the like all starts like kicking in. We hear people talking. It's just the 3 of us. Yeah. In the middle of a fucking orchard. We hear people talking like upstairs, where all my shit's at already. So if we want to run, I'm like, well, fuck, I can't fucking.
Did you get to hear what they were saying, or was it more muffled?
It was more muffled kind of deal. And then you can hear them walking and talking around. And then the TV was an old school TV. It had a clicker on it. If you don't know what a clicker is, it's like a little knob, and it goes click, click, click.
Yeah.
And it was doing that. It just turned on by itself. It would go click, 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 and it'll stop on David Letterman every time. I was like, I guess this ghost loves late night talk shows. And so it would just like click right there. We're like, what the fuck? We'll turn it off. Like maybe 30 minutes later, click, click, back to David Letterman. And so we're doing all that. Like, we're trying to get over. We're like, fuck, all right, well, I mean, it's the only place we can stay. We don't have that much money to get a house because in Washington it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with all that, and there's this old school phone there. I think it was like a rotary phone, or like I can't remember what type of phone, but it was an old school phone.
Yeah.
And it kept ringing. And I was like, dude, just fucking unplug it. And we go over there. It's been unplugged. There's no landline. There's no power to it. And it just kept on ringing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not answering that shit. I'm the darkest one in this house. I'm the first one to go. I'm with two white boys. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not not falling for this shit. And so like a lot of things in that house was like changing us. Like, you know how I am. I'm always uplifting and very smiley, happy, laughing.
Yeah.
I changed. That house, I don't know what it was, but I became more dark, more hateful towards people. Like, I didn't want to be bothered by people. I spent most of my time up in the attic in my room with all the crazy shit happening. I'd rather be up there. Like, I felt myself changing. It was bad. Like, more angry. Like, I was getting fucking...
Like Amityville Horror.
Kind of. Yeah, like, almost like that. And other people were changing, too. One of the guys... I went downstairs middle of the night kind of deal. It's pitch fucking black because the lights, like obviously in 1910 or 1904, whenever the house was fucking built, they didn't have electricity, so they just put electricity in like the 1960s. But they didn't figure, oh, let's put lights here, more convenient. And the light switches, no, there's like a one light here and one light in the living room, and you're just like, oh well. So I have to go down there with my flashlight, my phone on the flashlight on my phone, just like, oh fuck, I hope I don't miss a step. And I go down there, and one of the guys is already down there, but he's listening to some weird, like, fucking trance monk music, like weird shit, right? And I see him in the corner, not like huddling in the corner, but he's just like on the couch in the corner, like fucking drawing weird, like he's just like aggressively drawing in the dark. And I shine my light on him. He's like, ah, like that. He gave me a mean face. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm going to use the bathroom because it's the only one downstairs. He's like, all right, fine. I'm like, oh, fine. And he goes back to fucking drawing. I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like, it's fucking... And I saw his drawings and shit. They look like fucking, like, Lovecraftian monsters. Like, big old orby, tentacle-y looking things. He's like, I see these things in my dreams. Every time I fall asleep, I see these things. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And there's a female who came up there later on to stay with us, and she was kind of already a suicidal person before this house, and we weren't aware of that. We didn't know. And I'm upstairs, like we had a big party, like we threw a big old party, everyone got drunk. I'm upstairs, I'm going to sleep. It's probably like 7, 8 in the morning, and I hear steps coming up slowly, like heavy thumping, and I'm like, what the fuck, or whatever, and it's slowly getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh, well, if I die, I die, fuck it. Like, I'm just like, I'm so, you know, when you're tired and hungover, you're like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Yeah. And to describe this girl, she already has like long hair, like super long hair, and she's pale, like fucking ghost pale, right? And so she comes into my room. I can hear the door opening slowly. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm like, oh, I just want to go to sleep. No, do this. And I just hear my name. Mikey. Like that, like trembling. I was like, oh no. This is no bueno. And I roll over and I see her. Right, all her hair's in front of her. And she's coming at me with her wrists bloody, like, because she tried to kill herself, and she's slowly coming towards me. Help me, I need help. Like, I was like, what the, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm fucking thinking about it again. Fucking, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I guess no one knows how to, you know, clean wounds and shit in that house. So I'm the only one who had to stitch her up and clean her, and the guys took her to the hospital. Why, to stay in that house by myself, and that was not fun either.
Why didn't you just go?
I don't know why I didn't go. I actually Oh, I decided to stay. That was the weirdest thing. Yeah, I remember that. They're like, "You want to come with us?" I was like, "No, I feel comfortable here." And I just didn't want to fucking go. It was changing me. That whole house, it was bad. That was a bad juju house, bro. And then, like during the winter, that's when it got extra spooky. Because everything, you're in the middle of the orchard, everything's dead, right?
Yeah.
So all the trees are like, yeah. Oh no, dude. And we would see some crazy shit too, man. Like we'd be outside looking at the stars, and we would hear this loud ass boom, like a just boom, and then like something would fly across the sky. We're like, what the fuck was that? And then we would see like giant figures walking around by the house. Because apparently, I guess, what the uncle was telling us is that there's an Indian burial ground a couple, like maybe half a football field away from this house. And you can go up in the mountains and like see crazy shit. And that's where like if like you can, like it would get close to the house and stuff. You would see things coming close to the house. We're like, what the fuck is that? Like we would go outside sometimes. Like if someone's using the bathroom when we're having a party, we'd go outside and pay, go outside and pay, and take a piss. And we go outside and I'm smoking, drinking, pissing with all the guys. And we turn and I swear, I'm fucking getting pimples again, dude. We would see something like peeking over the van. And our van's fucking huge, dude. It's like it's a good sized van. And we see something going like that. And we're like, nope. Like just peeking over it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But like, it's weird, but because when I'm sober, I'm scared shitless, right? When I'm drunk, I'm like, bring it on, you fucking bitch! I fucking fuck you up right now. I'm Bowser. I fucking rule this kingdom, bitch.
Young Gripper.
young Gripper. But yeah, so they had a bar. It's a small ass town. It was a small town that we lived in Washington. I think Elgin or like Fletcher was bigger than this town. It's a small fucking town. And I'd walk to the bar because it was like down the road. And like you had to like, if you can go down the road or you can cut through the orchard to be quick. So I'm sober. I'm like, I ain't going through the fucking orchard. The only time I really go through the orchard during the day is like when I'm hungry. I'll just like pick fruit and eat it, whatever, on the way. Like they didn't care. No one really cared. So we go. I went down the road, went to the bar, got fucking hammered, and I'm walking back. I realized it's like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, fuck, I gotta go all the way back to the creepy house. But I'm drunk. I didn't care. So I'm walking to the orchard, dead trees everywhere. And I'm like, I wish a fucking ghost would. I'm yelling out loud, I wish a ghost would right now.
Filled with liquid courage, huh?
Yeah. And like, it's all uphill too. So I'm like out of breath. I'm like, I wish a fucker would right now. Like, yeah,
Jeez
dude.
Louise.
Yeah. I'm living a horror movie, dude.
Fuck all that.
That's why I'm so fascinated with the supernatural. I love watching the supernatural show, Supernatural.
Yeah.
Sam and Dean Winchester. Sammy! I love it. Like, I watch everything that's fucking, like, on YouTube. You can see all my, like, history searches. It's, like, ghost sightings and all this shit. And I, like, look at them like, oh, that's fucking fake. Or, oh, that's real, whatever. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. That's why I love October. It's, like, my best time of the year. I can watch all the spooky shit and not
Then
get...
you feel normal.
Yeah. I don't get juded by it. Everyone's like, yeah, that guy's into it. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely into it, bro.
I love that shit.
Like, what's good? Like, I told you when we were watching that vampire movie,
Yeah.
my mom, how that fucking Hispanic woman was acting up, like the devil's in him and all that. That's what my mom reacted to
When you would say these things?
the other week or something like that. So the other week, I told her about something. Like, I don't know what's going on. Because 2020 has been a hell of a year.
Yeah.
It's not everyone's year. Statistically speaking, there's someone out there who's killing it, who's like, this is the best year of my life. Like, there has to be one person. But the rest of us, no, we hate it.
Yeah.
So, I've been seeing a lot of premonitions. Not premonitions, but like the 666. I've seen it a lot. Like, randomly. Like, in places that you wouldn't see it. Like, last time when we recorded, I was driving back home on the highway, and I saw a hat on the side of the highway that said 666. I was like, that's weird. And then I'm doing all this like paperwork at work, and there's like an order number of just 666. And then dash whatever. I was like, what the fuck? And I've been seeing that number consistently, like everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like and that honestly, that's never happened to me.
Yeah.
Never happened to me. Like I'll see it randomly, but I've never seen it so consistent like that. And I told my mom about it, and she's like, I'll be right back. And she came back with like holy water and gave me a rosary to put in my car. And to be honest, since then, nothing. I've been fine. I haven't seen anything crazy. Nothing's bad happened to me. I don't have weird feelings anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I'm like, oh, man.
Dude.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think 2020 is going to be like the end. I honestly think it might. I don't know.
Nah.
That's just my opinion. That's just my spooky opinion. It's been 40 minutes?
Maybe
Holy
you'll get
hell.
to meet your friends.
Well, for the fucking little girl and boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, maybe. But I haven't seen or heard from anything like that for a while either.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just grown out of it. I don't know. But it's just one of those deals.
Yeah, dude, I can't play scary video games. Like, I don't do well with being scared. Like, I don't go to the haunted houses when it comes out. Like, I saw a billboard and it was like, Oklahoma's best haunted house. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll go there.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude.
Like,
I'm into it, but I'm a big old chicken bitch about it. Like when we go to Parallel Forest, Witch's Tower, wherever, I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. As soon as we show up, like, no, this was a bad idea. So, like, yeah,
I remember watching Paranormal Activity in the middle of the day, and I watched it.
I thought that was real, low key. I thought
that's what I thought walking into it. I watched it with my
idiot.
dad, and he was saying, "Hey, man, this is real. Like, this is real footage."
It's based off of real events. I was like, what?
I was like, what the fuck? And then I watched it. I was like, oh my god! And then at the end it said, or I think I looked it up, or at the end it says, or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's fucking fake. Whew.
Yeah. Well, I was a kid thinking Blair Witch was fucking real.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah, and like I don't know how old I was. I think I was like 8 or 9 when it came out. I have to look it up. But obviously I'm gonna think it's real because it looks like everyone's filming. It's a POV style, and like my family. Like, it's like, no, it's fucking fake. Like, I'm 8. What do you expect from me? Like, I still think dinosaurs are real. Like, what the fuck? Don't ridicule me.
Dinosaurs are real. What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Dinosaurs are real.
No, they're not.
You just said that they were real.
Yeah, dinosaurs are fake.
No, they're real.
They never existed.
They did exist.
The government, it's just a government conspiracy, that's all. I was fucking with you. My little brother thinks they don't exist. William thinks they never existed. He tells me that. Like, what about the fossils? He's like, they're just made up. The government makes them. I'm like, what's the point of making them up?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, what? He's like, you'll see. You don't know their agenda, but you'll see. I sometimes believe him in his weird conspiracy.
Well, you're a conspiracy theorist too.
I am, but he's made me that way because he told me some weird shit like a long time ago. He's like, look, there's a sex scandal going on where kids are being trafficked by all these people. All the people he named were fucking on Jeffrey Epstein's list. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're fucking crazy. And then the year it comes out, and he calls me up. He was like, who's crazy now? I'm like, fuck, you're right, dude.
I remember I was like in 7th or 8th grade, and our history teacher made us do a huge report on 9/11.
Yeah.
And just all the funky business about that. And I just remember thinking, like, holy shit.
Yeah, William, dude, if you want conspiracy theories, I can call William up, and he'll just he'll unload for like 2 hours. Like, he read, when they declassified the JFK files, he read the full thing. He told me everything in it. I'm like, and no one's freaking out about this. And apparently Hitler was still alive. He never killed himself. Like, he actually escaped and went to Central and South America, where most Nazis went. Because the Central and South America were like sympathizers for the Nazis. That's why when you go down to Central and South America, there's a lot of German towns.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. And that's why I think, I'm like, my mom
I didn't know that.
My mom married a German guy. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, and that's weird because I mean, I don't know if I should say it on here, but like I did some digging, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
On my German side, I got some history. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I was like, "I gotta keep this buried for the rest of my life." I think I told you.
No, I don't know anything about it.
He was a.
Let's not get into
yeah, I'm
that.
not getting into that. I was like, nah, dude, pretty sus.
Let me find you on Among Us.
Oh.
See what happens.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, red is hella sus. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much my paranormal life in a nutshell. I ate up like 45 minutes of your time. So
That was fucking scary.
yeah, dude.
I'm glad I don't live your life because I don't do well with being scared.
I come to accept it. You know, like
You're kind of forced to.
I
don't think you really have a choice in this.
I'm into like a lot of the folklore, especially here in Oklahoma. The folklore here is ridiculous because of the Native Americans. They all have those crazy stories. Like my big brother in the fraternity 4'9" RIP. He's Blindian, black and Indian, and he would tell me all like the stories of like the Nunapis, the little people. You ever heard of those? They're like little tiny people that look like kids. I mean, I guess it varies from different tribes or whatever, Native American tribes. But from what I'm understanding, they're like little people, like little tiny children, and they'll knock on your door or your window late at night and be like, "Hey, come out and play," or "Hey, I need your help." And like apparently there's like written documents of people going out and never coming back, and they'll see like tiny footprints and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and there's like the deer lady.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, like half woman, half deer, and she'll kill you.
That one scared me.
Yeah.
I was a little kid when my former stepdad told me about that one. And he was like, I remember when he told me that because he was really into like black lights and those like pictures that like show up really cool whenever you put them underneath black lights.
Oh, the set you get at Spencer's, like the big old mushrooms and shit.
Yeah, but before that, he was buying his at like the festivals and it was like felt and then it was cut out to where like the color was really cool.
Hell yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he had one that was a deer, and we were sitting down. It's like nighttime, and he was telling me that whole story, and like the black lights are on. I'm like, he's doing this shit on purpose. At the time, I wasn't thinking about that, but I was like, fucking spooked the fuck out.
My dad used to fuck with me a lot when I was younger, like that. Because I was like, since like the hair pulling and shit, till this day I'm still kind of terrified of the dark.
Yeah.
And it didn't help. My father did this to me. He was like, "Michael, listen, don't be afraid of the dark, okay, son? Be afraid of what's in it." And he'll turn off the light and close my door. I'm like, "Ah!"
I remember you telling
Like,
me
"Daddy,
about-
I'm 7. What are you doing?" Like,
Daddy,
Dada,
Dada.
Grandpapa, no. Locks me in the closet and then like fucking leaves.
He goes, hey, it's like that Stewie, right? The dad, or it's mommy, but
Mommy,
daddy.
What? Papa,
Help.
help me.
Help.
What was another one? Oh, the one we can't say, like the skinwalkers. The skinwalkers. I don't, people say they're real. I haven't seen one, but I'm not poking at it. I'm not asking for it because apparently when you say its name, it comes after you. I've said it 1,000 times. I've seen movies and shows, nothing's happened. I'm not trying to jinx it, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, don't jinx it here. Well, you go jinx it somewhere else, all right?
Bring that bad juju up in here. Get on there. Go get.
I don't know what you're playing around with the devil and all that, but that stuff stops here right now.
Right now, yeah. So I thought I got attacked by Indian spirits once because I thought I pissed them off. It's funny though. I was with 4'9".
I don't know what's funny about this, but okay.
Yeah, I was spending the night in Cache with 4'9" because Anthony lived in Cache.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was talking to one of his cousins. I'm not gonna say her name, but you probably remember her. I'll tell you later.
I think so. I
yeah.
don't remember.
So I went and spent some time over at her house. So I leave, and it's like 5 in the morning, like late in the morning, like late. It's like 5 in the morning, and I pull up to his house, and I'm just tired. I'm like, fuck, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm just ready to pass out, and then that's when I see a giant fireball in the rear view. Right, it just go. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then I hear chanting, like Native American chants, like just straight up like powwow kind of chants. I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna be fucking racist if I did it. But I'm hearing that. I'm like, oh shit. oh shit, they know I was messing with their women and they're coming to get me. I call up Anthony. I'm like, dog, you need to get the fuck out here right now. He's like, why? I'm hearing things and there's people throwing fire. I'm startled right now. And he comes out and he's like, Mike, don't fool. That's my uncles. They're in a different tribe, but they like do something every time that night. Like that's their little like ceremony shit. I was like, what word? He's like, yeah, just come inside. I was like, oh, dope. All right. He made me a sandwich. I went to sleep. So that was
What a good big brother.
Yeah, what a good big bro, right? He could have been fucking with me. He could have been lying just to calm me down. There could have been spirits. I don't know.
That's good for you. You've already been scared enough. Jeez, no, man, I've nowhere been near anything like that. I've kind of lived the easy life on that side of things. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, man.
That's something I try to fuck with, and I don't.
I try not to. Like now, like with Ouija boards and all that. Like I did it once. I'm not doing it again. I see people like, let's do a Ouija. I'm like, nah. I'm not. Even if it's fake, I'm not risking it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. Like I'm not risking that. I just no. And there's other people that go out there like, well, if you have the power of God behind you, you know, nothing will break you down. I'm like, I believe in God, but I'm still not fucking risking it, dude. He could be busy. Like I don't know. Like like I'm not risking it, dog. Like you do it. Let me see you fucking do it. Let me see you go in there and you scream out Bloody Mary 3 times. Let me see you do that shit. I ain't doing that. Nah, son.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
hell no.
No, dude, never for me.
I remember watching fucking Jeepers Creepers and having nightmares.
Oh,
from
dude,
that.
Jeepers Creepers, what a good movie. The third one was trash, but Jeepers Creepers, it creeped me out. It did, because I feel like it could happen. Not demon-wise, like where the fuck he is,
Yeah.
but like I feel like, you know, there's something out there like that could be happening. Because I mean, there's a lot of things in this world that we don't know, like the ocean. We only discovered 10-12% of it. We don't know what's really down there.
Yeah.
And we keep finding new species in the ocean every day.
That's what I'm most scared of, is thalassophobia.
Yeah, that I think we talked about that. Mm-hmm. Like just the fear of like giant things underwater or whatever.
Yeah, it's just mostly the unknown.
Yeah, the unknown.
Yeah.
I have a thing of
Because like, you're in a dark room. You know there's a wall 5 feet across from you. Not the ocean. You don't know shit.
no.
I mean, I get it, we're on a fucking planet, but I can't fucking scale or fathom that in a reasonable way to sit there and say, okay, it's only a few miles down.
No.
Okay, that's a few miles of whatever the fuck's going on down there.
Yeah, it's you and then open space of whatever can fit in there.
Yeah, and then like just like the thought of like the deeper you go, the darker it gets, the colder it gets, the more pressure you feel.
And there's things that we haven't discovered down there. There could be anything down there. Like, what was it? Like the giant squid, right? Everyone thought that was a fucking myth.
Yeah,
And then
until
they
found
it.
it.
And they're like, oh, shit. So
Yeah.
what else is hiding down there? Like, they found, what was it? They found a blue whale. What's the biggest whale we have? Is it a blue whale? Or whatever?
Sperm whale?
No, we have like a huge, giant whales.
I'm going to use this thing that came out a few years ago.
Oh, called Google. Anyways, a blue whale. We'll just say a giant blue whale, whatever. And they found a huge chunk taken out of it.
Yeah, blue whale. Good job.
Thank you.
Hey, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We just dapped, and
We just touch each other.
he gave me the Corona cooties.
They found a huge bite chunk, like a huge chunk out of this whale, like huge, almost chopped it in half.
Maybe it was his brother.
No, whales can't eat like certain things. Like they eat krill because I believe like their throat hole is only the size of a beach ball.
Oh yeah.
So like if they swallow,
right.
they swallow us, like they'll choke to death. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, motherfucker. So, what was it? Yeah, like it was nearly in half, bit in half, and we're like, what the fuck could be that big to eat it? We don't know.
Come on, Dick.
We don't not be out. Like I have that. What's the fear of giant things? Titan phobia or some shit. I can't remember.
Oh no.
Large bodies. No. That
Large objects.
like, what's it called?
Megalophobia.
Megalophobia. But the thing about me is, like, I see these pictures of Yeah, it is megalophobia. Like, I saw one that always scares me. I don't know why. It's this giant Cthulhu picture, and he's like, you can only see his shadow in the fog.
Huh.
And it's like some dude driving on the highway, and it's like behind the mountains, and you can just see the outline of him, but it's hella foggy.
Yeah.
Shit like that is like scary. Like The Mist, that movie The Mist.
Yeah.
That made shit my pants. Because I don't know what's in it. It's the same thing as The Dark. Like, I'm like, oh my god, what's hiding there?
Yeah.
What's that giant claw coming out of? Like, you don't know. Things like that, like, scares the living hell out of me. It's scary. Like, same thing with space. The space is so giant. Like, you don't know what's hiding in space. You're telling me at the billions and millions of galaxies and universes that we have, we're the only ones? Fuck no.
No.
There's
no
something.
way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And there's people like, oh yeah, we're the only. Now fuck you, dude. There's others out there. There has to be. There has to be.
There has to be at least something.
Something. It's spooky as fuck, and it scares me. It's really scary.
Why is it gotta be scary?
You don't know what their intentions are. You don't know what their intentions are.
But you should just be that much more scared of humans, because, yeah.
Humans are the most scariest monsters of all.
We were watching that movie, The Vampires in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And the thought that I had at the end of it was like, you know, they're all feeling good because they defeated all the vampires. And I was like, dude, that's some cold-blooded shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking kids, teenagers, fucking, I guess they put vampires extinct because they showed up in their city and they were trying to get back a piece of their civilization. And they were like, nope, booyah, get the fuck up out of here. I was like, some cold-blooded shit.
It was.
Like, think about that. Like, alpha as fuck, man. Like,
yeah, it was.
Humans are...
Do you think vampires are real?
No, I haven't seen evidence.
Or like, do you think any of these like mythical creatures, like werewolves and vampires, and I mean, because I think
Bigfoot or
honestly, I believe in Bigfoot. I
think it's possible.
There's
sure.
a possibility of it because same thing as the forest. I mean, same thing as the ocean. We have so much vast land, like forests and shit.
Is that why they're burning all the forests down?
Maybe looking for Bigfoot. I mean,
we're just chopping trees for paper.
Like in Canada, they have all this woodland. Hasn't been like fucking.
I went up to Alaska, dude, and there's a lot of fucking miles of just.
Yeah. There's things that we haven't been into yet, and we're just like, and people are like, nah, that doesn't exist. I've seen, not seen, but like, there's some evidence out there. Because like, I think of like, I like to combine everyone's stories from around the world. I'm like, how are these all matching up, and they have never met each other? Like vampires or werewolves or Bigfoots. Or big feet. I don't know what the fucking plural is for Bigfoot. It's just
big feet.
Yeti. I don't fucking know. But
the young Jedi.
Young Jedi.
A Jedi master.
Like, there has to be a coincidence. Like, all these people have the same folklore.
Jedi Padawan.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, that word stuck in my head now. Vroom, 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 vroom. Better watch out. The Jedi's coming.
the
Jedi order.
Jedi are all big old hair. I mean, they do. I mean, Wookiees. But anyways, like it just all coincides with each other. Like you see these things, they match up from different civilizations. They all have like similar monsters and creatures and all. It's scary, man, to think of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some truth to any story or joke or thing that's been said. Like, yeah, they're probably mostly fairy tales, but I mean, vampires can come from cannibalism. Obviously, Bigfoot or any of the werewolves could be bears and wolves and things like that. I'm not sitting there saying there couldn't have been like a mega, like what's the mega shark? A megalodon?
Megalodon.
There could have been, larger species of wolves or bears or whatever may have been back a few hundred years ago, and there could be like one or two left in population, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, they're either going extinct or they're going pretty soon, because at that low population, your species is a threat. That's just like the numbers game.
That sounds like science. That's too much science for me. I can't handle all that.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Spook minus spook equals no spook.
I got that. That actually makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for breaking it down Barney style.
I love you.
No, it's just I see all these things. It scares me a lot thinking about it. Like death is scary for me. Not as in like seeing someone die, but as myself. Because like I go to sleep and I close my eyes. I'm like, holy shit! One day, this is going to be forever. It's scary.
I don't know what it's gonna feel like. That's the weird thing.
Huh. Well, how about now? Gah! Just stab you right in. Gah! Fucking shank you. I didn't. Scott, I'll fix this. Hold on. Who's my little man? Who's my man? Who's my little man? All right.
He brought me back to life.
What tickles? It's not. I didn't. It's yeah.
So, what is your all-time favorite, either scary movie or series, or the one that they've brought back? What's the one that you think that you could always go back to and either watch for the nostalgia or just watch because it's a super good movie?
Supernatural, the show.
The show.
I can watch that over and over again.
So are you caught up right now? They're on like season 14
I'm caught
or
up,
15.
but they had to stop because of COVID, but I guess they finished the episodes now. So I guess they're going to release them here soon. I'm really stoked about it.
I'm definitely not caught up.
What season are you on? Where are you at?
11?
Like, what are they doing right now? So I can get.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Oh shit! Because I was about to put some spoilers in there for you, but never mind.
Yeah. Right now, I've just been watching a lot of anime stuff.
Anime's always good.
Yeah.
I like Tokyo Ghoul.
I need to check out Death Note. Speaking of spooky stuff.
Death Note's all right. Not the movie on Netflix, but if you
Yeah.
want to start it, it's pretty good. Tokyo Ghoul.
It's really hard to remake an anime into live action.
Yeah, I mean you're always gonna have those
Look at
critics.
fucking Dragon Ball Z and Avatar.
Oh god, that was terrible. Ugh. We always speak of that.
Well, dude, after I saw Captain Marvel, how do they not do a fucking Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know.
See all the effects that they did on her hair?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Dude.
Dragon Ball Z was way before that, though.
I'm
But
just
they
that's
still
what I'm saying.
could-
They
but
have the
still
technology
could've-
now.
They still could have done better.
No, I'm saying they could do that now.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying
can
do
do
a
that.
remake.
I doubt they're going to
They're
do
doing
it.
a live action Avatar series.
Yeah, I heard about
Netflix
that.
is doing it.
I heard about that. Hopefully they don't fudge it up.
Well, this is the scary part.
What?
Spooky. The creators and writers of Avatar
Mhm.
left. They're no longer working with them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So
So hopefully there wasn't a huge it's probably a huge dispute as far as like where they were going creatively.
they hire M. Night Shyamalan. They're like, yeah, he did good. He did so well the first time.
We're bringing in M. Night to direct the first episode. All right, we're out.
We're done. Fuck this. We're done with this bullshit.
No, M. Night came back with fucking Split and all those movies. Have you seen those?
Yeah, they tripped me out.
Those are so good.
Because, like, that's real. Like, people have that kind of fucking personality traits, like 20 or something personalities. Like, it's fucking trippy. Like my ex-girlfriend. I miss her. Oh, God. Cut. Just cut it. Cut.
Boo.
Thank you.
Yeah, scared him out of that episode. That's my trick. He tickles me. I scare him.
He scares the poop out of me. Oh,
Literally.
man.
Smells in here.
What's your go-to show or movie?
For scary stuff,
Uh-huh.
I think it's got to be Jeepers Creepers.
Really?
That movie's just so damn good.
Do you know what? For a movie, I have a lot of scary movies.
Like Michael Myers is cool. It's a cult classic.
I like scary movies.
I never quite fell in love, I guess, with Jason or Freddy or any of that stuff. But I think I grew up in the right era for Michael Myers, so I really don't.
I'm more of a paranormal horror movie person. Like, I don't know what it is, but like that whole.
Well, I know what it is. You live a life of paranormal activity.
Well, like yeah, but like that whole fucking murder porn stuff, like where you just slashing and gashing people. Not my thing. I don't know why. I'm not. It's not makes. It doesn't make me like cringe or like Saw. That shit doesn't get me going.
I like Saw. I just like the message or whatever. It was really cool.
Yeah, I get it.
But I think I stopped at like Saw 4 or 3. It was just
dude.
too many plot twists and storylines. It was like
Yeah, everyone's backstabbing people and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I lost track. I was like, who?
I
is
lost
who?
track too.
I'm like, who is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening? Who's sleeping with who?
And then I think Chris Rock is doing like some kind of movie based off of it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he is.
Maybe we'll like do a
think it's
Saw
called
series.
Jigsaw.
Well, you don't really like it.
I think it's called Jigsaw.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I think the trailer's out.
it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know it at first until like there was like this little like plot thing in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay, I'll take it out. I'll see what's popping along.
So what have you been watching lately? What are you gonna try to watch for the Spooky Tober?
For Hollow Scream.
Yeah,
I don't know, honestly.
dude, I gotta watch Hocus Pocus.
I was about to say that, honestly. Yeah, Hocus Pocus is a big deal for me. I had the biggest crush on Sarah Jessica Parker, and then now she just...
Hey, you don't say her name in front of me, okay?
And she just looks like a foot now. Like she's ugly. She looks like an actual
Really?
donkey witch. Like she is not attractive. I don't know who sees her and be like, yeah, I'd fucking smack that.
Disney Halloween movies.
Yeah,
Halloween Town.
I recently watched Don't Look Under the Bed with William when he came back here on shore leave from the Navy. Before he went to Japan, we had just had a bender of Disney movies, and we watched Don't Look Under the Bed. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to. I think I do. I'm trying to remember this one movie. What's this one?
It's you have imaginary friend, but when you stop believing in them at a certain time, like too young, if you stop believing when you're too young, they turn into the boogeyman.
Yeah, that's the one that scared me the most.
Yeah, that shit pissed me.
Because he looked fucking scary.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Like but my brother and I were making fun of it the whole time. You know, we're just like we're looking at it because, like, so there's a point in the movie where like he just kidnaps dogs and puts them on the roof, and we're like, what the fuck does that have to do with being the boogeyman? That's just fucking annoying.
That's clout, dude.
Like you might.
I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna
Like,
put these fucking dogs
it'd
on
be
the
funny
roof.
if like he was just taking a dump on their lawns and stuff. Like we're just saying that. Like you're coming out and you're stepping like some boogie doo doo. Like what the fuck? You can see a boogeyman just going on everyone's lawn, just squatting, taking a shit, and just running off. You're like, what the fuck is this? Just taking dumps everywhere. It was so funny. Like him and I. Oh my god, I was rolling. I actually recorded it. I have to look for the audio, but him and I were just rolling about it. It was just such a. It's a nostalgic movie for us, but when we're looking back, we're like, wow, this is fucking stupid. Because the parents are so oblivious to everything. Like,
Yeah.
There's a point where she goes into the kitchen, right? And there's like a huge fucking mess. Like the imaginary friend is trying to make boogie goo to bring bring out the boogeyman. And he's making all this weird stuff. Shit's nasty smelling. It's a huge mess. Like a mess that would take like hours to make. And so the parents walk in, or the mom walks in, and obviously the imaginary friend disappears. And the mom's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, first of all, the daughter just walked in there like 2 minutes ago. How the hell do you think she's able to do all this? Like, no fucking way. Parents are fucking stupid. Like, it was pissing me off how dumb her parents were. Oh god, I was so angry with it.
I mean, but that's that's the whole reason. It's
I know, but
take
like
that picture.
as an adult, you're looking at these movies, you're like, what a fucking moron. like there's a point where she's like in the cafeteria talking to the imaginary friend, and like no one paying attention to her, right? She's obviously talking to herself, like going crazy talking to herself. No one's really paying attention to her. I'm like, is anyone else knowing that the fucking crazy white girl is just dancing on the table talking to herself? Everyone's just eating their fucking corn dogs and shit. No one's saying anything. Fucking pissed me off. I was like, this movie sucks. Why does it scare me? Like, why the fuck? And there's another point about the boogeyman taking shits on the lawn. This is what brought it up. This is what brought shits on the lawn. Now I remember. The teacher comes back to its car, and I believe it was covered in like bird shit or something. Like I think it was like bird shit, or no, eggs, right? And the boogeyman's like on the roof, like
yeah.
But like that's when we're like, imagine he was just like on the roof, like on the hood of the car, just taking a fat gangster, like he was just bah! Just fucking. That's what brought it up. And he like that's the whole. That's
know what I'm eating tonight. Beef.
and that's what brought it up. Like that's all he does. He doesn't scare people. He doesn't do anything. He just takes massive shits on your car and lawns.
There's a real fucking high school kid who does that. Fucking Minnesota.
Oh my god, it was.
Hey, what are you doing up there, Kyle?
Oh god.
Just eating my beans. Just eating
So
my beans.
fucking funny, dude. Oh my god, a grown ass man just taking shits on everyone's lawn. Oh god, that's so good. Ah, thank you for that laugh.
Yeah, man. So what other Disney spooky movies?
Nightmare Before Christmas,
Classic.
which is not by Tim Burton.
It is.
No,
He directed it.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He wrote it?
Nope. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see. I just got an email for what the fuck. No, I'm not reading that out loud.
Pornfinder.com.
Exactly. How'd you know?
Screen watcher. Bean chaser.
Henry Selick. I don't know who that is.
Stupid face.
Yeah, he's the one who directed it, not Tim Burton.
Speaking of random things,
Yeah.
another thing that was not necessarily spooky but scary and
Yeah?
exhilarating. Oh yeah,
Scotty.
it's Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, Scotty.
I remember watching that shit. I wasn't like I was kind of grossed out by the food section. Like obviously that was the second round. That
Yeah.
was like obviously like the one that was the most interesting, but it was definitely.
The only time I watched Fear Factor was on Chappelle's show. When
You didn't watch Fear Factor?
like once in a while, but I never really watched
Oh,
it.
dude.
It was on Chappelle's show when they were making
What a
fun of it
weirdo.
with Tyrone Biggums, the crackhead.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, I smoke rocks.
And he's like, all right, Tyrone, you have to eat elk penis or whatever it was. It was like something penis. And he was like,
Where's the hot sauce, baby?
and he just puts hot sauce on. He's like,
I've had bigger in my day.
he just starts fucking gobbling it down. I'm like, oh god. And like he's walking on like coals, like the hot coals. No one can do it, but he's like his feet's all fucked up from being on the streets. Like he's just walking on. He's like,
I smell chicken, Rogan. What's going on?
and then he uses his toenail to light his cigarette because it's on fire. I'm like, oh my. Yeah. Yeah, that shit.
I wish I watched that. I was allowed to watch that show whenever.
I wasn't, but I always like stayed up late.
I didn't
watched it.
have cable in my room,
Oh damn. I'm sorry.
so like, if I would go out there and try to watch TV, they always would get up and like
We can watch.
get water or something. Like,
Yeah, that was. What's up with that with parents and bad timing? Like I remember, my brother and I were watching this scary movie. It was like fuck, I forgot what it was. It was
The
a
Bachelorette.
No, definitely not. But that is scary. Have you seen the acting on there? Honey, tell you what. And so we're watching this. I think it's called Stitches. It's about this clown, and he goes nuts and he just starts killing people.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I loved it.
But you hate clowns.
I hate clowns, but like it was a good. I saw it 2 in 4D.
I haven't seen it too.
It 2 in 4D is.
Is it 2 better?
Yeah, it's similar. I say more scares. I'll get to the 4D part, but we're watching Stitches.
4 dicks.
Four
Flat
dicks.
edge face.
And
4 directions.
he's like this clown that just goes berserk or some shit. He just like snaps and starts killing people. And it's like through the whole movie he's fucking murdering people, right? But at this one scene, he's plowing out a fucking hooker, like really giving it to her. And that's when my mom wants to walk in on us watching this clown fuck a hooker. Now she's thinking we're into like clown porn fucking hookers. She's like, what are y'all watching? We're like, we can't change it, we're phone. I swear to God, he was killing people. I swear to God. Like, it's every fucking time, bro. Oh, I fucking hate that shit. It's like when you're watching anime, like an action anime, like everyone beating the shit out of each other, but when they walk in, it's some big
Bouncing boobs.
Yeah, bouncing.
That's it.
It's every time like, oh no! I swear to God, he was Super Saiyan. I swear to God.
I'll never forget the fucking like those times and like like mom's like close your eyes, or if you're watching something like that with your brother or a friend and it's like they always walk in when like the nude scene's on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear we were watching it.
I swear to God.
And there was and then like one day I went over, we were watching a movie, and there was a nude scene in it. And I'm so used to like my mom looking over, like, close your eyes.
Yeah.
And she doesn't look over. She doesn't say nothing. I'm like, this is awkward as fuck.
Yeah, dude, watching sex scenes with your parents, like if you rent a movie or watch a movie with them and a sex scene happens, you're just like, oh, fuck. This is weird as shit.
I'm just going to get on my phone
I
now.
know, right? Like, I need to go get some water. Fuck this. I'm out of here, bro. Like, I'm not doing this. What's even weird is when they want to talk about it, like, so, that was kind of weird, huh? I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, I know what you did with my mom, you fucking sick bastard. Like, don't talk to me.
Don't you even look at me.
Don't you look at me, you sick fuck.
You popped two of us out of that up. No.
I know what you did. Yeah, that's scary to me. I mean, just imagine. Oh God, no.
Oh, another thing, a weird little story.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, real guy.
Yeah, based
Right.
based off events. Yeah.
So that stepdad that told me about the deer woman or whatever, what her name is, his sister was a prison guard, and she was over that one. He was in maximum security, so you can't really see him. But yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
I was like, this is fucking creepy. You're gonna die.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think honestly, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like if it happened the way it did in the movies, it probably would not have happened, especially in Texas, because every motherfucker owns a gun.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was one of the remakes that they did where he's running through like in a state fair or some shit?
probably.
You're telling me not
That's
a single fucker had a gun on them?
That's some shit I don't like.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, dude. He would have got smoked. He would have
Yeah.
got fucking cheesed out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Gouda. All right, like he's like, there's no fucking way a guy running through a Texas state fair with a chainsaw trying to kill people. When you're telling now one fucking Bubba is down there, like, hold on now, I'm waiting for this goddamn moment. Just fucking laying people out. Nah, dude, nah, son, that shit's happening real deal.
I mean, because back then, like, I think it's like the 1980s. I mean, people own guns, but it's not as popular as now.
I think it was the one with Trey Songz. Trey Songz was in it, I think.
That's got to be a bad movie.
It was like a long time ago. Yeah. But that It thing you're talking about, when I watched it in 4D, have you been to a 4D movie?
Mm-hmm.
Shit's awesome. That's why I go to more now, because they have 4D theater. Loved it. And
That movie theater's awesome.
it's fucking dope as
There's
fuck.
so many different cool theaters to go to.
I saw, what I see in 4D, I saw Godzilla. It had it snowing in there when they went to Antarctica in the movie. It was fucking dope. Shazam, Godzilla, Shazam, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, Homecoming or whatever.
Yeah.
Not Homecoming, the other one where when he fights Mysterio. And I saw It too. And every time he killed a kid, like fucking water was spraying your face like blood and shit. Like that was like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my God. Like it was not pleasant at all. Like when he's banging his head through the glass and fucking gets that kid and bites him in half or whatever, fucking it'll spray you. You're like, oh shit, Jesus Christ. Oh God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I loved it though. It was a good experience. Now because of that, like I'm just spoiled now with movies. Like I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
Once you go to the Warren, it's like I don't want to go.
Yeah, even if you don't go to the 4D theater in the Warren Theater, you can still go to like the IMAX shit or whatever because they have like I go to the VIP, not the VIP.
I know
the
which one you're
balcony
talking
seats.
about. Yeah, it's where it's like 20 people can sit in there.
Yeah.
You get dinner, you get drinks.
Yeah, you have like you just hit a button, they come to you like, what would you like? I'm like, I want a steak sandwich.
Why don't you sit on my lap, pretty girl?
Sit on my lap.
I remember I went there. Me and Raj went to see, I think was it Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of old people in there. We went on like a weekday because both
Yeah.
of us were working in like restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, bunch of old fucking fucks. I was like, jeez Louise.
we
We were the only ones with fucking drinks and shit like that. But like, it's weird because like, in that kind of setting, obviously you don't want people walking in between. So like,
No.
you're trying to like make your alcoholic drink last, and it made me snoozy as fuck. Like I was like over there fighting sleep.
Yeah, because the chairs are comfy. They're love seats.
Yeah, dude,
And you
it's
can-
super comfortable.
And you can put the heat on them, and you can make your seat.
And
all
you even
warm.
got like a little flashlight over
Yeah,
there.
it's so neat. Like I took my parents to it because they never been to anything like that. So I was like, let me spoil them out a bit.
Yeah.
And so we go inside. I'm like, you want to hit the restaurant first? They're like, there's a restaurant in here, like a little diner. You know, we get some sandwiches there. And they didn't finish their food. They're like, oh, I guess we gotta take it back to the car, throw it away. I'm like, no, you can,
Right this way.
you can bring it with you. They're like, what? Because we would go upstairs, and I was like the 21 and up area. And I'm like, here's the bar. You guys want to drink something? They're like, what? There's a bar up here? I'm like, yeah, it's all 21 and up. No kids allowed, baby. What's good?
Yeah. You get did y'all get ID'd at the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always got, that happens a lot. And then we get to our seats.
Well, I just meant like, of course you get ID'd, but it's kind of nice to like be sectioned off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not have to deal with kids.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Sorry, you little punks, but y'all ain't
But the-
coming up here.
But the thing is, we went and saw a kid movie. My parents loved the Lego movie. And so that new one came out, and I took them to go see it, which is funny, I guess. So we go there, and we're sitting down, and the lady's explaining to them to like, hey, here's your menu. Press this button, we'll come, and we'll get you this food, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And my parents were just like blown the fuck away. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, order what you want. It's on me. And we're just watching. Everyone's eating their sandwiches, and they order more food and drinks and shit.
Oh,
Like
damn.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
I didn't really care for the food. Drinks were okay. I think
They're
I went.
expensive.
I think it was the experience that
'Cause
made it good, but I didn't think it was anything.
Like when Raj and I went, that's when I took Raj to see what's that one movie? The fucking Avengers Endgame. And we went to go see it in 4D. We got
I remember that. Yeah.
we got schmammered upstairs because we went up and got some Jack Daniels.
I think that's what you have to do. Is you have to pregame a little bit.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
We got Jack and Cokes upstairs, and we got fucking hammered. And then we go to 4D. It's basically like a 2-hour roller coaster of a movie, literally, because the seats move up and down, forward, everywhere, and you're getting shit sprayed on you everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were fucking like, what the fuck? And
I
then
think Infinity War's better to get hammered on. Endgame was a little bit more somber.
it was, but still, like it was.
Was it fun?
It was fun, yeah. And then afterwards, we went across the street to that steakhouse and we bought like mimosas and shit.
I remember that.
Yeah, we got bramosas.
Bromosas.
It was dope, bro.
I remember getting bromosas with the boys.
Yeah, at brunch at
Cheevers.
Cheevers. I don't know why I keep on saying skeevers, but
I get it.
yeah,
Yeah, it took me a while to remember the word.
Yeah,
'cause
Cheevers.
It's not really
that shit was a good time.
Yeah.
We're making that waitress laugh a lot because the way we were acting and shit. I was trying to make it like a business meeting. Every time she's
Is
come,
that my phone number or my check?
just the bill or my phone number? What is this? I was joking. Here's my card. I'm talking about I'm thinking about hiring your dad back, Scott. So just play your cards right. Oh hi, yeah. Can I get 2 more eggs, please? just straight up fucking with people. It's so much fun. I love doing that shit.
So I want to talk about. I think this would be a good conversation to have before we end things. I want to talk about probably the biggest, scariest thing of 2020 up to present, and the largest conspiracy theory: coronavirus.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm not really. I'll tell you my stance. So there was one day at work. There was somebody who was talking to me about their experience with it, and I've had other people who've said similar things of
Have you had the test?
have I had the test?
Have you get tested for corona?
No.
I have. I had to
Yeah.
because I was at work and I got sick
Yeah.
and they're like, you gotta go get tested.
Yeah, if you get symptoms.
That
yeah.
shit sucked.
Yeah, they do the swab in your nose. And
Yeah, it was
burns.
it lasted 5 seconds, but it gave me the sense it burned me, it tickled me, and I had a huge sensation of sneezing. And I was so
I
scared.
bet.
I was so scared of sneezing because
Yeah.
I feel like if I
It's gonna
I
jam up there.
jam up there,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, that didn't
It's not
sound
good.
fun.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
I think you'd have more problems then.
Yeah, I think I'll be dead.
That's if it went all the way up there and hit your brain.
Maybe.
It's just a Q-tip, dude. But anyways, so
Thanks. Yeah, fuck your story. Go ahead. My luck doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you passed, right?
Yeah, I
Like
did.
you didn't get the Rona, you went to work.
Yeah, I did.
all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
I mean, for what you know, I didn't get it. So.
Mom, help. Anyways, fuck his story. I've had people say, I've never experienced this. I don't ever wear a mask. I don't know anybody who's ever gotten sick and things like that. And I have to deal with this every single day. So I've always just I've had this belief. If these are what all the news channels and the governments are reporting and health organizations are saying, all these people are saying this is what's going on. That's a large amount of people. And, there's the conspiracy theory of they're doing this to mess with the economy or for this reason or that reason. It's like, okay, you can have that belief. But at the end of the day, if all I have to do is put a mask on to protect other people and to go on about my day and just respect 6 feet from people, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I don't really care to decide if it's real or if it's not real. I'm just like, dude, what's the big deal?
Yeah, I get that.
What about you? Where are you on the fence
about the whole Corona deal?
Is it real? Is it not?
I mean, for me, I think it's real. I mean, we have all those deaths, but for me, wearing the mask, like I have to wear a mask. I work 12-hour shifts, so I have to wear a mask for 12 hours straight. So when I deal with people coming on to the property or coming up to me and talking to me, I'm like, you need to wear a mask on the premises. Like I can't. I'm not going to talk to you. They bitch about it. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you only got to wear it for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm here for 12 hours. Yeah. Like, suck a dick. But again, with the whole mask deal, like, I'm not going to wear it. Like, but if someone told me, like, hey, can you put a mask on? I'm not going to fuss with them. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll put it on. Right. Yeah, why not? Like, so far, I have, the only time I wear a mask now is at work.
So you could say that the only reason why we slightly believe in it is because we're already used to dealing with a mask.
Yeah. I'm used to it fine. Like, I'll walk into, like, Target or wherever, and if they don't say anything to me, I'm not going to put it on. But they say, yeah, well, I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck you, it's against my rights. And I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. Here, I'll put it on. Fuck it.
Right. And, like, people also say, well, this disease or this virus or this illness, whatever it may be, killed this many people last year or this many people this year and stuff like that.
I will say it's been...
Do you think this is kind of blown out of proportion?
I think so. Yeah. I think it is because we have other crazier diseases and sicknesses that have been killing people and no one's batting an eye about it, but all of a sudden this is happening. Everyone's going crazy. Now, I don't want to piss off people, but like I know someone who died from it and I'm sorry about that. But I mean, for me, for all this shit that be happening, like a lot, what was it? Like 99%. If you catch it, 99% of the people recover from it. It's not like that big. Like this, you can kill it in the heat, like with 70 degrees or some shit. Alcohol, like you can kill it with vodka, like a normal like proof of like I don't know 40% or 50% of vodka, whatever of alcohol. You can kill it. Like the hand sanitizer can kill it. Yeah. Like what other disease or sickness can you do that with anything else? Like not that much. So this is a kind of a weak sickness. Yeah. And the people who die from it are already kind of sick or whatever. There's something must have been wrong with them. Now there are those healthy people that do die out of nowhere. Like I know, I personally don't know, but I've seen in the news that like people our age or like died from it, and they're like, well, he was the healthiest person in the world. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. He probably had a weak immune system. I don't know, but they say he died from it, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, I think it's I definitely think it's been blown out of proportion to some things, and I mean maybe I don't know, maybe governments will smarten up about disease control and infections and stuff like that, and just. Because I think it's the simplest thing in the world to just... I know, like, social distancing is a little bit more difficult.
I don't believe in that either. Because they're showing that the coronavirus... Like, if you were to cough, it can fill up the whole fucking room. So what's 6 feet going to do?
Well, that's what the mask is for. But
even with the mask, like, it's just...
Well, it's to avoid things getting on you, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying, like, the mask is useless. What I'm saying is, like, you go to the local Quickie Mart, whatever, and you go in, they have like a plastic plexiglass in front of you, but yet there's still like room to go around it. Like, do you think the fucking virus is gonna be like, wait, no, can't go around, can't go on,
can't go down, can't go left, can't go right.
We're stuck, boys.
I go to the fucking gas station. They have the same things. They're like hanging it down from the roof.
Yeah,
or
I'm like,
whatever.
what's the point?
And half the time, whenever I go to like talk to them, I just kind of peek around it because my mouth is already muffled,
Yeah.
and then that thing, it's like,
Yeah.
what'd you say? How are you?
How are you? Yeah, like, yeah. So I see that. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I get it. It's there to try to, like, gives them, like, a feel of protection, but it's really not doing anything. Because, like, they're not protected from any side. Like, if you're in a fucking box, I get it. But if you're just one plexiglass in front of you and you're open on every other side, the fuck is that going to do? What is that going to do for you? Not shit.
I mean, I get that, but it does a little bit. It does do some
From front
protection.
wise. From the front, I guess. I don't know.
It's better than no glass. Things like that.
Yeah, sure.
It's like rain, right? Like, of course, rain's gonna go around the edges,
You mean
but
when
it
you have an
ain't.
umbrella?
But it, huh?
When you have an umbrella?
Well, I'm just saying, like, yeah, pretend like you're.
Go ahead.
Ah,
Today, Junior,
let's
what's
say
up?
this.
How you say this?
I don't-
Words are
Words.
hard.
I'm trying to put it in an example or
Wait,
a way to make it make sense with rain. Sure, an umbrella.
okay.
All right, let's say this umbrella has a couple holes in it.
Mhm.
Okay, so the rain comes down. It may hit your shoulder or your arm every couple times, but it's not all raining down on you.
No,
Same thing with a plexiglass.
that's actually pretty good. See? It wasn't that hard, Scott.
I'm sorry.
Fucking idiot.
Goddamn idiot!
Stupid.
So we talked about
Talked
all
about-
the scary stuff. Is there anything that we didn't cover?
I think that's pretty much it, man.
You're a spooky boy.
I am a spooky boy, and I think everyone here had a good spooky time.
Are there any good like spooky shit coming out? I watched the
Adam Sandler's
the
coming.
Adam Sandler shit looks funny.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That
looks
dude is
pretty good.
pure gold. I know there at the beginning, whenever he started doing all those Netflix specials, people were like, you don't have a career anymore, give up.
Fucking sell
Hey,
out.
this guy's fucking gold. He's
Yeah.
so smart.
Yeah, Adam Sandler cracks me up. He's a good guy. As
Yeah.
if I talk about like I know him. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Would you like a piece
Me
of
and him
pie?
go way back to Happy Madison days. I met him on the set, and we've been best friends since.
I'm the inspiration for Happy Gilmore. It's in the credits. Look it up. Don't look it up. It's
All right, well, I think this is gonna call it.
yeah. Let's call it a night. And spooky to you guys. I don't know how to.
Happy spooky day.
Happy spooky month.
Have a spooky day.
Have a spooky month.
Let's go spook together. Let's spook together.
Let's spook together. You're awkward as shit.
I don't know what to say anymore.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I got a left hand
Yeah.
with 5 fingers. Fuck.
Have a spooky day.
Bye.
Yeah. I think that it's time to release. Chipping my drug off a line in the key. I ain't hearing them names, they minusing me. Ayy, I need them vibes on the beach, yeah. Think that it's time to release. Biz in the pit and I'm minding the piece. Shawty show it intent, she ain't minusing me, no. Yeah.